Mark, good morning.
Yes, sir. Do those jumping jacks. Get stretched out. Stand up on your tippy toes. Feeling grateful on this Feel Good Friday, Rob and Christine.
Good morning. Yeah, Rob is doing the stretching. I'm supervising. We're fine.
I love it.
Yeah, we each have our roles.
I wonder how our listener is doing. What's the text line, Rob? Let's have listeners check in and give us a 1 to 10. How you feeling on this grateful Feel Good Friday?
I like that. It's a great way to check in. 781-837-4900 on the text line. We have a few text messages that came in about some birthdays earlier, so we'll get to those in a few minutes, including one for our own Dan McCready, who is celebrating a birthday today.
Oh, a talent in that Dan McCready. Another one we're super grateful for here at WATD, the pros, the all-stars, the Hall of Famers. And that's what I want to talk about. Gratitude number one today. Rob and Christine, the best interviewers that I hear. And Rob, Christine, you can't see me, so I can't see if you're blushing. However, I listen to a lot of podcasts. The best. You guys are better. The way that you interview, this is not easy, folks. They make it seem so easy and so natural and fluid. These are people they haven't spoken with, and it seems so effortless. Cheers. Super grateful for what you guys are doing here at WATD.
Thank you. I'm just sitting here with my mouth open. I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that either.
Certainly appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
It's very, very, very kind.
Well, it's interesting, right? So it's a unique asset we have here on the South Shore, this radio, right? Everybody in quotes is moving to podcasts, and I've heard you all talk about it before. You know, what's your line, Christine? Podcast is
it's radio on demand.
Radio on demand.
I mean, we've got
this is a live podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no editing going on. We got 7 seconds, I think. I think someone told me we got 7 seconds, but there's no editing live.
No.
You guys grab it, bull by horns, and make people look really good. This woman has an amazing story. Shared now to our community. What a great story. Let's get the book. Let's dig in more about it. And Christine, I mean, can you somehow moderate the upcoming elections for November of 2024?
Yes, I would love to.
Nobody does it better. Nobody.
You. I'm ready to do the presidential debate.
No,
because we're tough about the microphones.
I really would like to see that because I felt like we've had even some professional people and it just has not worked out. And you know, as far as those people at that network level. And Christine has been, how long have you been doing the political forums?
25 years, I think.
Yeah.
25 years.
It's a lot of forums if you added them all up.
Yes, it is.
And if you're interested in your local community, it's better than the national elections. So you get to dig in and listen to WATD and hear who's going to be my representative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I going to vote? Am I going to support this person? I don't even know about it. What's being elected this year?
Well, there's always a lot of races, and of course, you know, that not all of the candidates have come forward, but my feeling is on local elections, they're spending your money, and they're making decisions that are affecting your life. Of course, you should be interested.
Yes, absolutely. It's not to say that the president does it, but think about some of the impact. You're right, and you'll say, "Oh, I got to go vote for the presidential." Like that's the cool one, but I won't go out for state rep or state senator.
You have to.
But you're right; those are they're making policy. They're doing the Massachusetts laws,
and it's all about constituent services. You should be voting for your state rep and your state senator.
Well, it all comes down to local, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's WATD. It comes to look like, what are you watching at night? Who are you listening to? This is where we are. This is the community of the South Shore of Boston. These are our elected representatives. Like, get involved.
You're right.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, Mark. And the South Shore is a great place, as we both know. We all know, everybody listening this morning, this is a great place to live and work. And It's all about the local, and that's what we do. And Ellen from Bridgewater is checking in on the text line at 781-837-4900. She says, I am feeling marvelous, doing my stretches, and looking forward to a good day. Ellen from Bridgewater.
Coming in from the Bridgewater. What a great town.
Yep.
Beautiful town. Thank you for checking in. You know what else I'm grateful for? So, as you can imagine, laid up, not going to be moving around, going to meetings because of the rehab for the knee. Yeah. I overbooked myself. And Dr. Joe, we were laughing about it on the Dr. Joe show the other night, because I'm going to double down on doing this. And, we talk about slowing down and reflecting. However, it's been awesome learning with people through podcasts, right? Full circle. Through podcast, which we do with Dr. Joe every Thursday night here at 8 p.m. live, and it turns into a podcast. Mm-hmm. However, this message of the butterfly effect keeps coming back. The butterfly effect. Have anyone heard of the butterfly effect?
I have heard about it, but can you explain it? Because I've heard that thrown around, the butterfly.
So I didn't. So I kind of shook my head and acted like I knew what they were talking about, and then I jumped over to the Google machine, and apparently there's a movie.
There's a movie,
right. So that's on my list now to see the butterfly effect.
Okay.
However, the Google quick definition highlighted was inconsequential actions can have huge effects. And it's like, duh, this is the I am approach. This is the question that Dr. Joe asks every single guest, every single episode. Small changes can have big effects. What small change can you make? Mm-hmm. And it's the butterfly effect. It's I didn't even know what I did, right? I made someone feel valuable. Somebody else saw that and went purposefully to make someone else feel good. And this butterfly effect takes off. And you don't know about it, so you don't need to care about it. Simply do. Make someone feel valuable. That's truly the I am approach when it's boiled down. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants the same thing, to feel valued. So go do that and create that butterfly effect. It's powerful. Check out the Dr. Joe Show episodes anywhere you listen to podcasts. We did a kind of a rewatchable, if anyone knows the rewatchables. And we both have seen the new movie One Love, the story of Bob Marley, and we did an episode, he and I, talking about it. I encourage anyone to check it out because we went deep. Stoic deep. Marcus Aurelius kind of conversation deep.
So you did see the movie?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. So Tuber took me.
Okay.
So timing's everything, right?
Yep.
I had a surgery on a Friday, and Timmy, my youngest, got his license on Monday. So guess what? We're going. Not opening night because it opened on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
That. But no. One Love, I went the next day. Timmy and I went to a 4:00 show. I encourage everyone to go see that movie.
Wow. Okay. So
it's going to be the award-sweeping movie.
You really?
And
okay.
we did a breakdown. We did a breakdown of the movie on last night's episode. We pre-recorded it, so it was on last night at 8 p.m. And now it's YouTube and Spotify and I think WATD959.com.
Yep. That should be a link to the podcast on the podcast page, 959WATD.com/podcasts.
So coming full circle, right? The live radio on demand, this is still available for people. So all of these shows that WATD produces, this amazing content, it doesn't have to be totally appointment-based only. Go to the website. Go listen to some of the shows. Veteran's Voice. Oh, so good. So great. Wolfie and the team talking and helping. And then McNamara on Money. Like, there's so much out there. That's like a podcast library at WATD959.com. Is that it again? Yep,
959WATD.com/podcast. If you want to go to the podcast page, you can see a listing of all the different talk shows and the links from the shows if they do a podcast. So we got a lot of great things up there. And actually, now that you look through it, a lot of material there. You're right to go through, and it's all created content here from local people for the most part.
And it's a great start if you're digging into that. I've never listened to a podcast ever. I don't even know where to look for a podcast. Well, start there.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff out there. I guess with everything, I suppose it's almost like with television now. There's so much stuff you could watch and stream, and when there are only 3 or 4 networks or only a limited number of radio stations, it would take a certain amount of level to get onto that platform. But now anybody can make something, so you do have a lot to weed through. I will say there, as you talked about, there's good stuff, but there's a lot of mediocre
noise.
And because anybody can. Well, it's true, right? I mean, I said this before. If there was only NBC and ABC and CBS, how good would you have to be to get on one of those 3 networks?
Yes, and right. So take those recommendations. Huberman Lab, awesome podcast. Wisdom, Smartless for funny. The Dr. Joe Show for thoughtful, critical thinking. Dig in. But a good start is right there on WATD 95.9 because, maybe you missed Feel Good Friday and you want to listen to it. Go ahead. It's also on YouTube. However, look what else is on WATD here locally. Look at all the people talking with you, giving you valuable information. Maybe you're not available on a Saturday morning. However, Monday morning, throw it in the ears. Let's go.
No, yeah, that's why I've encouraged a lot of the people to do their shows to at least post them online because I agree. I mean, everybody's doing different things, but so many people have enjoyed, doing trips for a while. Some people enjoyed doing books on tapes or books on CD, and it's very relaxing, very nice. But that is a good way to catch up on shows as well. That's a nice thing if you're going on a range to do that on your way up to New Hampshire or whatever, or wherever you're going. Let's see, Jack from Raynham checked in. He says, I am familiar with the butterfly effect. I did that for me. It did that for me when I sold my house in Duxbury. And I chose to move closer to my 2 daughters. I believe that their lives became more enriched as I was more accessible. And I certainly have been enriched when I moved closer to them. All right, so that was the effect. Yeah, sold his house in Duxbury to be closer to his daughters and how they impacted each other from being close to one another.
Thank you for sharing that with the listener, for all those folks who are sitting there being like, I don't want to be a burden. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm intruding. I'm not going to go move. No, listen to that person right there. The butterfly effect. Think about it. It's not you. It's I and I. We're all in this together.
Mm-hmm. And it is good. Think about that. It's just it is great to have family around. I suppose maybe not everyone loves that. But that's why I've loved staying in this area. People say, why don't you go and do radio somewhere else or something to move all around the country? But then I'd be missing out on my sisters and my nephews and nieces.
It's true.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I'm lucky to be here. So, but yeah, you can do certainly things. But yeah, that's a great thing. And it is nice to have family at least around and enjoy it while they're there. And it sounds like obviously his daughters like that. They didn't want to run away from their dad, and so they.
Well, he sounds like a great person.
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
understanding the butterfly effect. I mean, he's bringing the energy. He's not adapting or accepting energy. He's bringing that positive energy of I'm here to do good.
Yep. Jack is one of our great listeners. And he's a big fan of the space program, too. So I like that. He said that in his profession, he got to do some work on the space shuttle. So how about that? Yeah. He's a pretty incredible guy.
Really cool.
Yeah, Jack. Jack, thank you for checking in on the text line, 781-837-4900. All right, so, Mark, we're just about ready towards the end of another Feel Good Friday segment. Any thoughts you want to leave people with for the weekend?
Yes, I do. I want to thank you, Jack. That was amazing. Thank you for engaging. And, go to Google. If you're not hopping into ChatGPT, go to Google Stiles Law, Massachusetts. Google Stiles Law, Massachusetts, and check us out. See what people are saying on the reviews. And if there's something on there proactively that you've been wanting to work on, connect with one of our proactive passionate attorneys who work either in estate and legacy planning, which is reached at estates@stiles-law.com, or anything real estate, fast, frictionless, transparent, flat fee, closings at stiles-law.com. And if you're a small business owner or looking for other ways to asset protect or asset preparation, preparedness, small biz at stiles-law.com. And have an amazing weekend, everybody. Butterfly effects, put that to the front of your mind. What I do has impact.
Butterfly.
What do I want to do with that? Do I want to value? Do I want to inspire? Or do I want to take away the energy from somebody?
Mark Stiles, Stiles Law, Route 139, Marshfield. Feel Good Friday. We do it on Fridays after the news at 9 on WATD. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, listeners. And Jack, especially you, brother.